Hey guys, Adam here from DirectionTrader.com. Let's do today's kind of a review of what we looked at in the morning trading room and then talk about what we see moving forward here. First off, quite the move here this afternoon in the markets this morning. It was a little bit slow, especially on the crude and the stock index futures. We started off, we'll show you some intraday charts here real fast, and then this afternoon, the last a couple hours, we've had a really significant sell-off here in all the markets that we watch for the most part. Mainly the crude and the stock index futures, and we're going to go over them and talk about what we see moving forward. We'll start off here with crude. As you can see here in the most recent small time frame, we've really had a nice drop here. But what I want to pay the most attention to would be the daily chart over here. So let me go ahead and blow up the daily charts here, guys, so we can all kind of be on the same page. I've been talking for going on about 4 weeks, almost a month now, ever since way back in here, about 3-4 weeks ago, about getting a little reversion back to the mean here. We haven't had it. What crude has been doing is it'll drop, chop sideways, drop, chop sideways, drop, chop sideways, and that just looks like it's continuing. As long as we stay and hold down below these daily lows, I have only one option here, and that would be to look to the short side. So on these, going into tomorrow, on these crude opportunities, it's going to be a very interesting trade. It's going to be kind of the opposite of what my analogy was this morning in the live trading room with the stock index futures. Going into tomorrow, I'm going to mark up today's low, wherever this may be. If this is today's lows, anything down below today's lows, I'm going to look to short. I'm going to be looking intraday for shorting opportunities. Any type of pop back above the previous day's lows, I'm going to look to buy, getting it back up towards this 21 EMA on a daily chart. Okay? So, being that we're so extended, we've had such a push down, we're still in this chop zone, but if we break below today's lows, we're clearly breaking down, and I just want to go with it. But if we kind of just mess around here, we fiddle around, and we start trading up above the previous day's low, meaning today's low, I will look for a 5 and 15-minute chart to have higher lows and higher highs and start trading in the direction of that momentum until we can come up and test some type of resistance, avoiding the previous day's high, today's high. So, pretty clear cut what I'll be looking for after a down day like today. Anything above today's low, I'll look to go long, obeying the 5 and 15-minute, making sure it's got higher highs and higher lows. We don't want to just kind of gamble here. We want to make sure we have a sound market to the upside. But with that being said, anything down below today's low, I will only be looking in one direction. Even if we get a big sell-off and we start to rock its way back up, I'll simply just wait for it to roll back over and start trading lower again. Okay? Does that help you? Here with the S&P and the stock index futures in general, we are up here testing these highs, guys. We're kind of just chopping at this point. I wanted to show you what we were looking at this morning in the trading room. Very neutral markets here. Lots of big pushes up, very few big pushes down. This is what we were looking at coming right into today. Right in here, just lots and lots of chops. So we ended up getting a push higher just in time for us to have this nice drop here this afternoon. As you see, we've dropped right down to the pivot. If we go over to the daily chart again, sorry for jumping around a little bit on you. Same thing. Remember what I just told you about crude? I had the opposite analogy this morning on the S&P and the Russell. I said anything above the previous day's highs, I will look to get long. Anything below, I'll look to fade it. Back to that 21 EMA on the daily charts here. And we've had such a crazy extended market here. It's time for us to get a little bit of a rollover here. So, with that being said, same thing goes into tomorrow. If we can get this downside opportunity, we can get some selling. We can use them anchor charts, them 5 and 15-minute anchor charts, whatever anchor chart you use, below the previous day's high, because we're in an uptrend, we want to stay below the previous day's high. Anything above the previous day's high, I only have one option. That's to go with it. Anything below the previous day's high, wait for that 5 and 15-minute momentum to start trading lower, get some of them lower highs and lower lows. and get this thing to revert back somewhat to a midpoint. Now, where's that going to be? We don't know. These markets have gone so crazy that we don't really know. We'll see when it comes. Okay, and then the same thing here on the Russell. No need to go into too big a detail, but the same thing here on the Russell. Actually, I deleted this the other day. For some reason it resaved. But anyways, same thing. Anything above these highs, guys, there's only one option for us. That's to go with it. Other than that, I will start looking for a reversion back to these midpoints, back to these moving averages, just to revert. We've had such a push, you guys. It's not uncommon for them to have a nice pullback. But I must have my anchor charts, my 5 and 15-minute anchor charts, showing me lower highs and lower lows, maybe some market internals pulling back, lots of things on our side. And today was a great example of that. A great example of that. This nice sell-off into the close. We had an awesome day today, guys, shorting that previous day's high. That comes in right here, right at the R1. This is previous day's highs. We took some really nice trades here on the Russell. Actually, here was a real big one. This one we made over right at 3 points. Nice shorts off these highs. Very, very, very good approach to trading, guys. But we had the same analogy. We had previous day's high. Anything above the previous day's high, I was going to look to go with it. Anything below, I was looking to fade it. Sure enough, market internals did not allow me to get long here. Guess what? As soon as it dropped down below, we went short. Same thing here. We looked to get short as this thing was rolling over. We used a 233 tick chart to get short. This is a 5-minute chart, but you kind of get the idea of what we're looking at. So very, very good day today in the Russell. So going into tomorrow, a lot of the same. See if we can get some more push to the downside and keep on taking them shorting opportunities. Or if we get up above the highs, then we'll look to go with it. But should be an interesting trading day tomorrow. We have election day, so I don't really know what to expect. If we have a quiet, neutral day, be cautious, guys. Don't get too aggressive. If the days start to move pretty well, I'm still going to be looking for some opportunities. So my best advice would just be nice and patient and disciplined. Come in with a plan. And if the markets don't start trading according to your plan, be a little bit cautious. Tomorrow's election day, so it should be very interesting. But other than that, if you guys have any questions, you can always ask me. Go ahead and email me, adam@directiontrader.com. And if not, thanks for watching, and I will see you in tomorrow's video. Have a good afternoon.